Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. My name is Ice Cold Brew, and my camera keeps moving away from me. But tonight, it is Wednesday night. You know what that means. Tonight, we have Rocket League action for Cross Progression League. It is going to be the Alpha versus Omega Season 1 2v2. For Liminals, GC1, GC2. And, of course, I am, as always, very excited with the matchups we have going on today. We are going to have the HW Esports Jokers up against Phantisms. Now, you can see here we got familiar faces on the stream. Leopard, of course, being on here fairly often. Zenith, another familiar name. Up against Burke and Hexel Attack specifically. Now, what's going to be fascinating here is both these teams faced off against the same opponent previously. As I quickly change something over on my dashboard. But both these teams are similar record at 4-1. Both of them had a bye week recently. One at the very beginning, one at last week, actually. But the last opponent was very much the same. They both faced off against the N3 Vortex, where they both won 3-1. And Zenith and Leopard especially had a standout game series. 9 goals for Leopard, 10 goals for Zenith. And the reason why I talk about them first is I want to talk about Phantisms. Phantisms had an incredible game, where they also went 3-1, but more importantly, while Burke was there to support and provide the assist numbers and protect that back of the net, maybe offer a few demos here and there, it was Hexel Attack who literally went on the attack, shooting 54%. 15 goals out of 28 shots, outdoing the entire roster of Vortex in that game, where they only ended on 9 goals. In fact, even if they had Burke helping against them, Hexel struck out against the entire team on the field. And an absolute incredible game for them. So with that in mind, folks, we are getting ready for this game 1. This is going to be the best of 5 series. And I'm going to go ahead and get these players on the road. All right. I am very excited to cast for both these teams. They have both been incredible, helping me out. As I immediately have issues on my end. There we are. We're just going to go ahead and head it straight into director cam as I fix this on my side. This is going to be a fairly tight matchup. This is the number 2 and number 3 in their group up against each other. Nice 50 from Burke as he plays that goal line in order to get that space away from Zenith. It's going to be Leopard trying to counter Hexel Attack, but now it's a 2v1. Zenith, corner, bumps it away with the help of Burke, and it's going to be an incredible matchup. I mean, this could go either way. We could see a 5-game banger here. We could even see a 3-game sweep where it's going to be a 1-goal option. Could be OT every single game. With how these two teams play, it's going to be Hexel on the attack, literally, for the most part, looking for goals. Burke is going to be there to help him out by demo, by finding good passing plays. Meanwhile, Leopard and Zenith, they have some great chemistry together. They're going to run the pitch the entire time, trying to find each other. I like that 50 from Hexel, brings it in close to the right post. Burke is not there close enough to really make a difference on this first play. And, of course, with this being GC1, GC2, you have to feel pretty confident as any of these players, especially in your one's play style, because you're going to find a lot of momentum, a lot of opportunity to showcase that talent. However, the biggest issue here is going to be when you get lost in a 2v1 situation and you're the one who has to prevent the goal. It's going to be a tough matchup. Burke, nice little pop-up back pass to Hexel. Phantism making their movement, trying to just reset at this point in time. They keep giving up the ball right now on the blue side of the pitch, but then Zenith is going to have a nice strike up high, bounces it down low. Hexel waits on the crossbar, but it's going to be Leopard who comes in with the cleanup. That ball looked on target. Unfortunate break, but Hexel lands perfectly on that crossbar, get the block. However, Burke tries to block the follow-up and will not get there in time. As always, folks, don't forget, if you see a highlight play, make sure to grab a clip in the stream chat for these players, because they do have an opportunity to win. Clip of the week submission. Zenith, nice, low, simple, easy. Just a bit of space, a nice little wave dash off the wall, a little flick to put some momentum. Hexel's in that gray area where either he has to go in and counter or he needs the space to block the goal, and sadly he could not do either. Lepid picks up the ball, puts it on to the blue side of the pitch still. Gets bumped. Zenith upfield, resets the ball, can't follow through. Jokers currently 2 goals up in this game 1, and we're not even halfway through yet. Could be very much a point of both teams feeling each other out, but at the same time, I would not be surprised with Jokers just trying to close this game quickly. Again, they're up against the number 2 seed. They probably want to prevent any momentum coming out from them. And they're showing off some talent, too. I mean, Burke looking for that center lane pass off the corner. Won't be able to find it. It's going to be Lepid up high, goes for a fake, tries to double tap Zenith, puts it on target. There's Lepid coming in from the back door. Slams through and brings that goal to 3-0. Great fake play from Lepid, and then the follow-up bump, beautiful. 135 seconds left to go. Lepid, awkward, but still able to find redemption because I think Hexel also believed that ball was going to be blocked. Instead, it goes over to Lepid. Back post, Burke, able to keep it under control. Good challenge. Goes for the follow-up. Oh, just squeezes it a bit too tight, and that one's going to be infected. I don't know where I was going with that metaphor. However, it's going to be Zenith across the crossbar. Hexel once again, beautiful save. Very different compared to their last series against Vortex, where it was mostly Burke on the defensive side trying to help out with some passing plays. Really made Hexel look good, but right now, Hexel is just trying to staunch the bleeding. 80 seconds left to go. Plenty of time in a 2v2 to get 3 goals if you can just maintain momentum, get some pressure on your opposition. Right now, that ball side possession has just been under the control of Joker, and with 2 players demoed, Lepid looking for a third. He was hungry. Sadly, card will be declined on that bump. Just maxed out on credit there, trying to take out one of the players on Phantisms who respawned. Hexel, no boost in the tank, running on empty. Tries to follow through. It's going to be Burke. Solo play. Might have a moment, but Lepid comes in on the rotation near post and clears the ball away. Lepid sends the ball out to the far side. Burke tries to follow up. It's awkward and off target. Zenith goes up, rises up against the competition. Hexel, once again, another save. Able to deny here. Tries to bring that ball back. It's going to be Hexel. Fires the ball up front. Puts that ball towards the net. Zenith goes to deny. And that's going to be the first goal on the side of Phantisms. Just a little bit of confusion, a little bit of spice. Bumping Lepid a little bit from Burke, and that's going to put Hexel on the attack to get that final goal, possibly of this game 1. But more importantly, the first goal for Phantisms. 6 seconds left to go. Hexel might be going for a heavy flick. Can't pop this ball up any higher. It's going to be Zenith with a pass to Lepid, and that may just hit the ground. No, denied. Hexel flicks it up high. Can Burke get back in time? No, ball will hit the ground. HW Jokers taking game 1 and a 3-1. I mean, just look at that stat line. Thank you once again to the sponsors of the Cross Progression League Alpha and Omega season. From Krusty Gaming, New Age Gaming, Hard Shell, Boost Over Ball, Tishok. All these wonderful folks contributing to the prize in order for this game to end. But for right now, 7 shots from Zenith. And 5 of those were saved, just about. Lepid with a beautiful play to set up the fake, and then following through the bump is my personal highlight play right now. And I imagine Phantism is going to be on the lookout for when that happens once again. they will not give them that moment. They're going to try to be a bit more aware of the bumps, trying to knock away from those plays from their opposition here. In the meantime, though, we're heading straight into game 2. First game over to HW Jokers, who are a bit more fresh, too. I should mention that it was, in fact, Phantisms who had a bye week this past week. And so, looking to end the season on a high note, both these teams want to ensure they end on a win. They will both be going to playoffs as well. It will be double elimination. What a shot from Lepid. Sadly, cuts it a bit too tight, bit too thin, and that's going to hit off the post work. Zenith with the follow-up gets denied by Burke. Nice defensive play from him. Tries to deny once again. Lepid keeps the ball center. Zenith cuts in quick to find the shot. Beautiful pass out from Lepid in order to find this opening. Keeps it away from Hexel. Burke was waiting for the ball to go further out and then just realized too late that Zenith is on top of him. First goal once again going to Jokers. And they are, in fact, trying to close this game out quickly. Hexel with the demo, looking for Zenith as well. Won't be able to find him. Instead, pop up high. Can Burke get there? Tries to get the bump on Lepid, but Lepid's just a bit too quick for Hexel. Flip reset. Zenith, top shelf, and the kick is good. Bar down from Zenith. Ground pinch gets a hefty bounce, but it's not so strong that it sends it away. Goes bar down and in. Minute gone by, 2 goals in favor of HW Jokers once again. They have been playing quick and competitive. That pressure that they have been putting under Phantism has been impressive, and they've been able to capitalize on it fairly well. Again, 4 shots to their 1 so far. Make that 2. Good save from Lepid. Cuts in, but that ball's across the net. Zenith forced to pinch against the backboard. Is that going to be enough? Zenith tries to save, but Burke this time reacting a little bit quickly is able to get the first goal for the team, and they needed this one desperately. Trying everything in their power to prevent what happened in game 1. They're a little quicker on the draw to get their first goal in this game 2. That's 2 of them now. Now, Lepid, backstep. Hexel gets a flick over, but it's going to go right back to Burke. He fakes, but it's not going to be enough. Lepid still on top of the ball, booms it away to the corner. It's going to be Hexel, goes in for the attack. Zenith with the miss. Lepid with the follow, though. Comes out of the post, goes for the carry. Not enough boost to find an air dribble. Instead, he has to drive this one down, but instead sends it off and away. Double check that. Been wondering what the meaning of shot goes up. Lepid's going to score here. Sends that one off the backboard, pulls away Burke, and scores off his own path. So, Hazel, for best of, it means you are playing till you get a number of wins out of 5. So, a best of 5 is a first to 3. A best of 7 is a first to 4. So on and so forth on odd number games. And so right now, Jokers just need to win 2 more games to win the series, while Phantisms need to win 3 more games in order to win the series for them. Speaking of winning, oh, Burke off target, sends it off to the far side of the post. But I hope that answers your question, Hazel, as we continue on to the halfway point here. Once again, a 2-goal difference. Lepid drops the ball in front of the net, but Zenith isn't quick enough to help out. Nice little wave dash. Hexel tries to adjust, but can't get enough verticality. Gives himself a flat tire, tries to adjust once again. Ball towards the center. Zenith cuts into the near post. Hexel, pop up high, gets bumped away. Lepid's following through, though. Will not get bumped here. That's a chance for a shot. Zenith cuts in and finds the goal. Finds the block, sorry. Burke, near angle post, wants to go on for that close side, tries to find the eye of the needle, but it will not go through. Pressure overwhelming once again for HW Jokers. However, they are calm, cool, and collected. What a fake from Leopard! Finds yet another goal for himself here. Pops that ball up high, drives it home. By forcing it to the ground, gets a beautiful bounce. Leopard brings it 4-1. "90 seconds left to go." Again, enough time to get 3 goals. However, some alacrity would not go unmissed here. Everyone's on no boost. Can Burke find enough of a pop? Zenith had the momentum, able to find that little bit forward. Was able to get Supersonic, get back to the net. Great defensive play from Zenith. Incredible recovery time. Double commit on the side of Phantism. 55 seconds left to go. Burke upfield to Hexel. Hexel misses out. He's going to find out. He came in at the wrong time for that flight. Now he has to recover. Tries to boom the ball away, but instead can't get it up on score for a dribble. Countered. Zenith. Hexel on the wall. Ball to the right side. Not going to fall through here. It's going to be Burke picking it up. Burke has a center, but it's close angle. Just too close to that right side of the pitch. Hexel on no boost. Leopard finds a center. Bump on Hexel on the way out. Zenith's going to find another goal. Leopard, smart play, steals the boost away from Hexel, and he has to slow down, try to contain that ball, but instead gets caught from behind. Once again, the bump from Leopard leading to this victory for the HW Jokers. Hexel caught out on the kickoff, still gets the boost. Can Burke at least find one more goal for the team to keep him alive? Goes for the counter touch. Hexel up high, looking for a tight angle double tap. Not going to be enough. Burke put the ball center, tries to get a bump on Zenith, and with the T on top of Zenith, Hexel's going to find a goal. It's a bit of the bump and pressure coming back from Burke, who rotates behind Zenith, and Zenith scrambling to get that ball, gets caught out by Hexel, and that is going to end Game 2 in favor of the Jokers. But once again, they picked up the last goal of the game, and that, of course, defeats my entire personal theory that I usually have, where I believe that if you get the last goal of the game, you get that momentum going into the next one. That's how you start closing out and finding your way. However, that's not the case here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my camera does not want to stay still, huh? So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving into Game 3. Match point for the Jokers. And it's going to be Leopard with the carry. Centers this ball for Zenith, who's just going to wait at the net. Off the backboard, over to Hexel. Double tap off the backboard from Burke's challenge to Hexel's hand. Slam dunk down and over Zenith into the net. Great way for them to keep this momentum going. They might be looking for a reverse sweep now. And as a player on a team who got reversed 3 times this season, there's nothing worse than if you are the team who gets reverse swept. And there's nothing better than if you are the team who reverse sweeps. Chasing that high, it's going to be Burke looking for another shot off the crossbar around the woodwork. Oh no, Hexel tries to go up to attack, but it's not going to be enough. Ball center for Zenith. Air dribble carry gets bumped off, but it's top shelf. No, crossbar. Leopard, quick reaction time, follows through and is able to get that first goal back. Ties the game once again, 1-1. Could this truly be the matchup of all matchups here? Beautiful follow-up from Leopard. And Hazel, you were very welcome, by the way. Leopard has done such a fantastic job of just being the follow-up player, of being that moment of clarity that Zenith in this moment really needs in order to find a goal or find some breathing room. Or to correct an error, as one of my cats apparently made an error and knocked something downstairs. I don't know what it was, so we will find that out after the game. But in the meantime, what are you tangled around. In the meantime, though, it's going to be Lepid fighting for his life. Tries to put that ball on the orange side of the pitch. Hexel picks up the corner boost. Ball centered. He's going to keep possession. Gets a demo on Zenith. Now he's looking for Lepid. Not going to be enough. Burke, double tap. Ball center. Can Hexel get there in time? Great recovery from Zenith. And now with that boost in hand, he's taking the entire sidewall. He's going for a cut. Lepid goes for a bump. No one's around to make the difference here. I think they just moved one of their scratching boards, that's all. Dangerous play on the side of Phantisms, almost getting dusted by Zenith and Lepid. But they are aware of the bumps from Lepid, too. They are doing their best to prevent the easy play. Burke with the fake, gets the bounce, gets the ball centered. Can Hexel get there in time? He's not going to get there. Zenith with the cut. With the boost steal. Sends that ball, goes for the body. Nice little kidney shot for him. Hexel gets bumped and grinded into the post. It's going to be Zenith able to get a nice tight angle shot here. You can see just Hexel gets boomed away, punted right into the net, and then the ball follows shortly after. 2-1 for HW Jokers once again. Going to be Burke rising up, sends that ball back. Lepid, air dribble carry, looking for a center. It's going to hit left side post, and Hexel's not able to maintain control. Pressure is surmounting for this team right now. No boost in the corner for Burke. Lepid on hot pursuit, tries to follow through, tries to find an opening pass for Zenith. It's not going to be enough. Yeah, they've just done... So far, from what I've seen, it feels like the Jokers have done a better job of boost management and ball control. I mean, they've just made the most whenever they're low. It's been Hexel who's getting dusted fairly often. He's not able to maintain speed, maintain that boost for too long. And it's catching up to him a bit. Ball-wise, it feels like every time they take a shot, Jokers are able to quick counter. Incredible counter from Hexel. Now he needs to put some power behind it. He's looking for a chance. Drop down to Burke. Burke looking for the net. Is able to find the feed. And once again, we have a tie game 2-2. 92 seconds left to go. Hexel, what a read off of Zenith. And Burke in a beautiful position to take that feed. Ties up the game 2-2. 92 seconds left to go. Lepid wants to make it 3-2, but will be denied here. Hexel, open runway, might have a pass out to Burke, who's in the background. No, he goes for a solo shot. Tight angle goes in. Hexel. What a play for him. Double tap near post. It bounces. It grinds off the post. But still, that lucky pixel goes in. Defender just caught out of position. Can't really make much of a difference here. Lepid with the fake. Now with the wave dash. Now with the flick. Tries to put that ball towards center, but he's going to be denied by Burke. Burke, 40 boost in the tank. Some power behind the ball. Off the post. Burke trying to make his own call. It goes back out to Hexel. And he's going to make sure they have a 2-goal lead now. 64 seconds left to go. Phantism rising up and finding some momentum here. My hard drive is going to be full of so many replays from both these teams. They've both done an incredible job. They've had some impressive moments in it of their own right. Hexel takes the ball to the corner. Just needs to kill time a little bit. You can see even Burke is just trying to play the half-court line. As long as he knows for sure he can get possession, that's when he goes up to challenge. But for the most part, looking at that movement for Burke, looking at that movement for Hexel, they're focusing on just the game of keep away, a game as old as time, a game I was really bad at as a child in elementary school on the playground. Mostly because I was short and didn't have a lot of stamina because I had asthma. Dunked down by Burke. Hexel steps back, gonna let that ball fly, puts it to the opposite side over to Burke now. Burke might be looking for a shot here. Open net opportunity, whiffs. puts it onto the opposite side, fully expecting Zenith to be there, and Zenith is hanging out the half-court line, trying to make a difference. 10 seconds to go. Looking for the far shot. Lepid wanted to redirect instead, pops it up high. It's going to be Zenith. Might be trying to go coast to coast. Can he collect the toll for going long distance? No. Denied in the corner. Call disconnected. Phantisms will be taking game 3, though. Incredible game 3 from Phantisms. Able to find their momentum once again. And out of 8 shots, too. Just a great way to stay on the attack. I am curious if Burke might have a message for me in just a moment. But we're going to head over to Utopia Coliseum Dusk at the moment. Just want to make sure no one has messaged me yet. It has been an incredible series so far from both these teams. The passing plays from both have been impressive, and they are actively looking for each other the entire time. That's been the best part of this game. Between the two squads, I do still feel like HW Jokers has the better angle here. They have a better play style because they are looking for bumps to set each other up. However, Hexel has started to find some momentum here, and it's been Burke who's been on cleanup. Goes for a quick shot, tries to bring it inside. Instead, it's going to Burke, going to Hexel. Hits it off the backboard. Zenith gets the outplay on Burke, but it's not going to be enough. Hexel challenges. Off the backboard, over to Lepid. Lepid drops the ball down. Zenith follows through. Lepid waiting on the boost on the side. They're going to try possibly just playing a bit more of a defensive game here. They're not going to let themselves get caught out in 2v1. They're going to let themselves get caught out without a defender behind them. Right now, Zenith able to corner the ball, but might not be enough. Hexel off the backboard, gets away from him, and he calls himself off, decides to step back and reset. Burke tees it up for Hexel. Can he get another touch? Goes for the dunk, denied. Shot gets counted, but does not go through. It's going to be Zenith. Clears the ball to the mid lane. Oh, just a bit high. Hexel can't follow through. No boost in the tank once again. Can't adjust in time. Burke looking for a fake. Kills the ball mid lane, but Hexel cannot attack yet. Goes up high. Goes for a psycho. Not going to find it here. Goes for the ball in the corner. Lepid looking for the eye of the needle. Will not follow through here. It's going to be Burke to Hexel. Hexel upfield. Tries to drop it down. It's going to be in the corner once again for a roll-up. Zenith across the field to the half-court line. Meets Burke, who pops it up. Oh, ball towards the net. Didn't expect Lepid to get caught flat-footed, but looks like his shoes were untied. He had a flat tire and wanted to make an adjustment, so it's going to be Hexel getting a nice little bounce over his head and into the top of the net. Phantisms once again taking the first goal and are looking to maintain momentum. Just adding some pressure to the opposition. Good cut from Hexel. Once that ball was tossed up by Zenith, he went to go and keep it under control, but Lepid, again, ever-reliable janitor comes in with the mop, sweeps it away. Yes, you can sweep it with a mop. I'm declaring that now. It's going to be Hexel attacking the mid lane once more. Can't find a moment to breathe. Burke, no boost, has to clear the ball out. Might be trying to make connection with Hexel. Hexel on the attack, gets it to Burke, who pops it to the half-court line. Entire squad low on boost. Zenith, plenty in the tank, goes up high, fires towards the net. Lepid tries to clean it up, but it's going to be Hexel with an incredible save. Sends it off and away. Goombad by Lepid, but Hexel will not be deterred. Flick by Burke, gets bumped off by Lepid. Bit of panic once again, a little bit of frustration on that play as well. Hexel fully anticipated that shot to go up. Burke, a little overly timid, a little too anxious. Goes past the back post, has to try to flip back to get into the ball, and instead sees it go right past him. Boost efficiency on the side of HW Jokers has been impressive. Zenith especially has been on the attack, has picked up more boost on the entire field compared to everyone. It feels like, for the most part, Phantisms are getting countered by the boost pickups, the boost theft happening across the pitch because of Zenith, because of Leopard. Mostly Zenith. Trying to pick up momentum here. Ball towards the net. Burke with a nice read off the save of Leopard will follow through. Hexel puts a shot on target. Leopard denies, but it's an awkward spot. No follow through. It'll be a great opportunity for them to bring this game back under control. Phantisms now lead 2-1. 99 seconds left to go. It's going to be Leopard. Going up high. Goes to follow. Ball sent across. Zenith is playing just behind Leopard in that moment. And because that gets countered, can't chase the ball quickly enough. Tries to take it off the tee, but Hexel moves away. Curves the pitch. Ball back to Zenith. He pops it up high. Leopard, no boost in the tank. It's going to wait for the bounce off the side of the wall. Hexel regathers, reconstitutes himself, back post. They're just looking to defend the net at this point, but that might be an open net opportunity for Hexel, who flicks it up high. Bar down, denied by the woodwork, gets scooted away, and Leopard will clear. Just a bit too high, and now that shot's towards the net. Hexel, once again, incredible save, denies, but that's another shot. Burke will drop it to Hex, who's going to run away with it. Enough boost, tries to get the 50 away from Leopard. At the half-court line, Burke upfield. It's under control of Leopard. 30 seconds left to go. He might be looking for a carry. 50 goes back to Zenith. Zenith is going to make an error in his jump, forcing Leopard to scramble. Incredible recovery from him. With that recovery, he's able to bounce back, get that ball to safety in the corner, and they're able to find another moment to strike. Hexel forced to put that ball in the corner. Zenith's going to try and drop this one inside the net. Hexel once again picks up the save. Hexel will let that ball bounce, and that's going to be enough to get us to game 5. Incredible run for Phantasms and Jokers. And it looks like Zenith is going to do a car reset as my camera continues to move further and further over. I love this Elgato cam. I just wish I could click it into place without blocking a part of my screen. But folks, what an incredible run for Phantisms, who are now on the verge of reverse sweep. I mean, 8 saves, ladies and gentlemen. Incredible run for them. Oh, we just got raided. Ecliptic Fades, welcome on in. Let me give you a shout out real quick. Welcome on in. I imagine you were also casting. Ecliptic, you are the guy. Yes. Folks, if you have not seen a cast from Ecliptic Fades, he is incredible. They are incredible. They have a beautiful broadcasting setup. I love the way they do replays. I love their entire broadcast setup. It is absolutely gorgeous. If you need to see a absolute incredible broadcast done, reach out to Ecliptic Fades. Hope you had a great series so far. You are here for a 5-game banger. As now it looks like HW Jokers are no longer trying to play passive. They are trying to put all the aggression on the side of the orange pitch. Immediately attacking. Leopard will be immediately slain by Hexel on the attack. Leopard finds a good challenge, puts that ball upfield, but cannot follow through. Just a bit too awkward for him to go after it. Instead, that ball's going to sail up across, back down to the corner. Leopard looks for a carry, wants to get it over Burke, but Burke with the counter touch, that's going to be outside the left post, but that's right where Hexel can read it. Goes up, goes for another challenge. He's going to keep this one gathered, gets it away, but Burke's not around to help out. Instead, Burke has to avoid the demo from Leopard. If you did not watch Game 1 and Game 2, Leopard was the main reason the Jokers got goals because of these bumps, because of these demos he was able to pick up. Now it's Burke looking for a close angle shot, but it's just a bit too slow and barely off target here. Burke, top shelf. They're going to get the first goal for Phantisms. Off the side of the wall, Hexel gets countered by Zenith, but no problem. Lepid doesn't have enough quarters for a ride to get the save. With that in mind, folks, we're heading into the second kickoff now. And it's Burke getting bumped all the way into Narnia. Looking for a lion, a witch, and a wardrobe. It's going to be Zenith, who's looking to become the Witch of Winter. I don't remember that book at all, actually. My whole metaphor, once again, is getting away from me. Burke fires to the net. Zenith was awkward, was in the right place, and the fortunate timing here is Burke was just off target. Zenith might have an open net. Top shelf. Oh, no. Backboard. Lepid fires. Tied 1-1 off the backboard. Zenith had a good look, but Hexel came up, kicked up that ball just a bit higher. But Burke could not recover in time to get the save, could not protect that back line. Folks, if you're joining us here on Ecliptic Fades Raid, thank you once again for joining us. I am Ice Cold Brew. I'm a caster commentator for Rocket League. I cover a few other games here and there, but right now we're covering CPL Alpha and Omega versus the number 2 and number 3 of the Liminal Group A. Both these teams, very similar record, very similar talents, and both on a different kind of momentum swing. Just trying to find a moment to breathe. Zenith, I like that challenge because he recognized Lepid coming down that sideline. Goes up to take the ball up the tee. Burke has to go up for the backboard touch, try to get to Hexel. And now with no boost in the tank, it's Lepid firing, but drops the ball too low. Hexel's able to kick it out of the net. Trying to make it like the World Cup right now. Lepid out of the corner, keeps it alive, staying on the attack. Gets one more touch. That's across the backboard. It's not going to be enough for Zenith to follow through. Instead, he's got to play the opposite corner. Get a better angle of this. As soon as I hit that button, we, of course, are bouncing to the half-court line. It's going to be Lepid with the carry. Goes for the fake once again. He's been consistently trying to fake out the defense. I love this bump from Lepid coming in from behind. Zenith now trying to hook his horns into the back of someone. Unfortunately, to no avail. They will not be able to clear this ball. Or clear the defense, really, to get a shot at the net. Burke looks for a fake. Tries to go for an air dribble, but instead opts to pop the ball up. Zenith, Hexel counters Zenith. It's going to be Lepid in the corner, sends it down. Zenith looking to bring the ball onto the backboard. Great alacrity here in order to get that recovery time. Good positioning as well. This is what you expect from a GC1, GC2 team. GC2 specifically for Zenith as well. Zenith able to play that back post perfectly. Burke sends it right at him, gets denied. It's going to be Lepid with the carry. Just at this point trying to get some breathing room. And we'll have 3 seconds to breathe as Hexel takes him out from behind. Zenith into the center. Lepid goes to counter, puts it across the half-court line. Goes for a follow-up, but instead back to Burke. Burke gets countered by Zenith. Zenith gets the boost in the corner, still has possession. Tries to teardrop the ball across the goal line, but it's not going to be enough. Ball dropped. Burke gets it back. Zenith is going to get the goal. What happened to the background there? Burke went for the boost. We're not getting a camera angle on this. He went up half court. Oh no, a lapse in communication. Heartbreak and the Phantism. 21 seconds left to go. Fake kickoff. Burke chasing after the ball. He's going to get the boost, but he's not going to get the ball. Gets countered. Lepid almost able to follow through. Burke is looking for a center. He's trying to keep this ball alive. Gets it away from Lepid. Is it enough? No! Denied. Lepid dodges the bump. And now it's just Burke. Pop up. Tries to hit the side of the wall, but it's going back to Hexel. Hexel avoids the bump, keeps the ball up high. Zenith. Corner. Kills that ball. No, Burke drops it to the ground. Denied. Reverse sweep does not go through. Game, set, and match in favor of the Jokers. And what a series that was, denying the reverse sweep at the end of the day. Stressful. Stressful indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get those points up as soon as I fix my camera. Come on, camera. All right, I guess I just live over here now. I'm just Brew. But, folks, what an incredible series. Let me just say he didn't grab Game 3. That's a shame. Good thing they have that in match replay. But what a series indeed. Let me go ahead and for the people we had doing the prediction, let me break some hearts real quick. And then, as well, it was such a close game indeed. I agree, Herbal Hero. I absolutely agree. And it was a great way for the Jokers to bring that game back under control because they lost it entirely in Game 3 and Game 4. A beautiful passing plays from back and forth between Hexel and Burke the entire time. However, it's Lepid and Zenith who were able to get back on top. And because of that, they will be 5-1 at the end of the day. And I believe that bumps up their standing to second place. Actually, no, that maintains their standing at second place. Did I flip it and reverse them? I did. I, in fact, did. Turns out it's the number 2 HW Jokers versus the folks over at Phantisms in the number 3. But now it guarantees it. Folks, let's look at the play of the game. This is still one of my favorite early plays here. With that bump from behind, let's not focus on the goal from Zenith. Let's focus on the positioning of Lepid. Great fake from him off the backboard. Opens up the alley for Zenith. And more than one way. Comes through the blockade and charges through, rushing them down. And that is how they're able to close out Game 1 in the best way possible, picking up that 3-goal lead. But with that, folks, that has been an incredible series I've been able to cast. Thank you to Burke. Thank you to Hexel Attack. Thank you, Lepid and Zenith, for putting on such an incredible show for us. Good luck in playoffs. They will be keeping their seeding so far. With Phantisms going 4-2, Jokers going 5-1. So that's going to be fun for the Jokers. I imagine they're going to be playing against Uguay's Disciples, but I'm not entirely sure yet. In the meantime, let's find some folks for y'all to go hang out with. Let's see if we got any more action going on tonight. As I get ready to close out, let me open up Discord. Because the good thing I like about CPL is they always announce what games are happening when on their channel. And turns out all 3 were on the same time slot. Well then. Let me see if I can find us another matchup here. CSC is over. Can't do that one. Do we got anyone else on? I know. We have a new league that we go into. This is Nemesis Gaming League. 6 leagues are home to 2,500 players in an 18-match regular season. Teams will battle every week to fight for a playoff spot and pursue becoming the champions. So let's go ahead. Let's check out Nemesis Gaming League, folks, as I go ahead and wind down for the night. If you are hanging around, thank you so much for doing so. Let's go check out a brand new league. Thank you once again to everyone who joined us. Thank you to the sponsors for the new CPL season of Hard Shell Training Grounds, New Age Gaming, Tishok Gaming, the wonderful folks over at Boost Over Ball, Krusty Crew Gaming as well for being part of the sponsors for the CPL Alpha versus Omega League. My name is Ice Cold Brew. You can come check me out here on a variety of websites as well. And you can also check out this music you're listening to at ChristopherEscalante.com, or go check out Chrysalis on your music player of choice. With that, folks, thank you all so very much for joining me on this broadcast. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Good night.